This is Kilo November 4 Alpha Delta Mike. Kilo November 4 Alpha Delta Mike.
Alpha Delta Mike, Roger, Roger. I've got you poorly on Milford. What I want you to do is give me about 10 seconds, tell me about your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can find us a better path, Roger.
System, and let me look around and see if I can find us a better path, Roger.
Roger, Jim. I'm in Georgia, Golf Alpha. Between two pine trees, I'm up 65 feet between two pine trees in my backyard, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I got you down in Georgia for sure. And what's the name there?
Roger, I got you down in Georgia for sure. And what's the name there?
Name is Reggie, Romeo Echo, Golf, India Echo. I've talked to you a few times, and I've got another radio I need you to help me set up.
All righty, nothing when you're on another one, Roger, or is this the one that you're talking on?
Nothing when you're on another one, Roger, or is this the one that you're talking on?
This one here is FT-891.
All righty, FT-891 looks pretty good. What I want you to do is tell me in 10 seconds or so about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me listen to you now that I can hear you well.
Best thing you like about your radio, and let me listen to you now that I can hear you well.
Roger, yeah, I just got this radio. I'm going to put it in mobile, and I want to do POTA. But yeah, I've just got it, and I've set up a lot of stuff like you've helped me in the past, so I'm hoping I'm pretty close.
Roger, sounds like you might be just a little too close. Let's see, if you would, why don't you back off that mic just about 2 inches to begin. Just pull back about 2 inches off that mic and let me hear you.
2 inches to begin. Just pull back about 2 inches off that mic and let me hear you.
Okay, I'm about 2 inches off.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, what I want you to do is take a note about your transmit bandpass. A lot of folks aren't familiar with that, but what we're looking for is a transmit bandpass of 100 to 2900. So if you're not familiar with that, just make a note to check to be sure you're in that transmit bandpass mode. It's 100 to 2900, and you can just make a note of that, Roger.
It's 100 to 2900, and you can just make a note of that, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, it's already set. 100 to 2900. Roger, Roger.
Excellent, excellent. Now, what I want you to do is you're going to be using this in your mobile. Is that a Roger?
You're going to be using this in your mobile. Is that a Roger?
Yeah. Eventually, I will. I've just got it in the shack for the time being, until I get familiar with it.
All right, so make a note of where you are as far as the relationship of your voice to the microphone. I want you to run that distance right at the moment. That may shift when you get in a mobile application, but right now you're a lot cleaner running in that proximity to the microphone that you were last. So, our setup procedure starts with you engaging your compression at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. It just depends on how your compressor is labeled, Roger.
Out of 100. It just depends on how your compressor is labeled, Roger.
Roger, yeah, it's set at 30. Set at 30.
Yes, sir. 30 out of 100, Roger?
Yes, sir. 30 out of 100, Roger?
Roger. 30 out of 100.
Roger, Roger. Okay, now let's go to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word, audio, and I want you to stretch that word out, but don't stress it. Just say it like you would say any other word. Just stretch it out. And as you look at your ALC meter, I want you to adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running 2/3. Roger?
Mic gain until your ALC meter is running 2/3. Roger?
Roger that. Let's see. Audio. Yeah, I've got the ALC meter on, but it's not bouncing. I might have something off there. I've got my mic gain set on 23. Mic gain on 23.
All right, let's just play with it for a minute. Take it up to 50. Take it up, your mic gain up to 50, and let me hear you. Roger, roger.
50. Take it up, your mic gain up to 50, and let me hear you. Roger, roger.
Okay, this is mic gain at 50, 50. Mic gain at 50.
All right, Reggie, you were correct on the first reading, wherever you were. Take it back to where you were. Roger, roger.
On the first reading, wherever you were. Take it back to where you were. Roger, roger.
Okay, I'm at 23.23 now.
Yes, sir. Okay, you're running about 2.5 dB dynamic range, 2.5 to 3, somewhere in there. So that means that your average percent of peak modulation is between 80 and 85%. Your words are crystal clear, so let's move to your EQ, if you would.
Crystal clear, so let's move to your EQ, if you would.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Yes, sir. We're holding on for just a second.
We're holding on for just a second.
Okay, Jim, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Okay. What kind of EQ do you have? Is that a 3-band?
Yes, sir. Okay. What kind of EQ do you have? Is that a 3-band?
Yeah, 3-band parametric. I'm at EQ3, frequency, level, and bandwidth.
All right, let's start with your mid-frequency. Your mid-frequency, that should be at 0 level. That should be neither cut nor boost, 0 level on your mid-frequency adjustment. Roger?
0 level on your mid-frequency adjustment. Roger?
Roger, yeah, EQ2 is set at, the level is set at 0.
Yes, sir. Okay, so then 3, is that your treble EQ?
Yes, sir. Okay, so then 3, is that your treble EQ?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It says highs, so I'm guessing EQ3 is the treble EQ.
Yes, sir. Okay, we want to set that at 2.7. Want to set that the treble EQ at 2.7K. 2.7K. Roger?
At 2.7K. 2.7K. Roger?
Roger that. I was at 2,500. I'm at 2,700. EQ3 frequency, 2,700.
Yes, sir. Okay, now can you adjust the width of that? Can you give me a 4 width at 2.7K frequency?
A 4 width at 2.7K frequency?
Okay, this is bandwidth, was at 2, bandwidth at a 4, bandwidth at a 4.
All right, now I want you to back off that mic just a little bit. Remember, we decided to work that mic a little bit further off. Roger, roger?
Just a little bit. Remember, we decided to work that mic a little bit further off. Roger, roger?
Okay, this is a little bit further away, a little bit further.
Yes, sir. Now, on your EQ, what's your maximum boost capability on that treble EQ? Can you go to 10?
Boost capability on that treble EQ. Can you go to 10?
Yeah, hold on just a second. Yeah, I'm on 2 now. I can go all the way to 10.
All right, take it to 7. Take it to 7 and let me hear you.
All right, take it to 7. Take it to 7 and let me hear you.
Okay, that is EQ3, level at a 7, level at a 7.
All righty. What is your mic gain, out of curiosity?
All righty. What is your mic gain, out of curiosity?
Mic gain was 23.
Okay, take that down to 18. Take that back to 18 and let me listen to you.
Take that back to 18 and let me listen to you.
Okay, now mic gain is at 18. Mic gain is setting at 18, 1-8.
Roger, Roger. That sounds pretty good. What I want you to do is leave your ALC meter out so you can see it as you're talking over the next couple of weeks. And it'll give you something to do as you're transmitting. The idea is to develop a relationship between your voice and your ALC meter and try to keep that ALC meter in the sweet spot 2/3 just with your voice. Roger, Roger?
In the sweet spot 2/3 just with your voice. Roger, Roger?
Roger that. Yeah, I don't know why it's I had it. It was working last night, but I was like anything else. When you need it, it don't work quite right. But yeah, I was not able to see exactly where the mic gain was peaking with the ALC meter.
Roger, I can hear you. I've got your audio up on a view meter, so I can see you ballistically, and you look to be at the correct level, so regardless of what your ALC meter says. So in reference to that, instead of looking at your ALC meter, can you see your power output meter or your watt meter or something?
Your power output meter or your watt meter or something?
Okay, hold on just a second.
I'm just trying to find you a reference that you can talk to and look at as you're talking and try to keep a consistent level going. Roger, Roger?
And try to keep a consistent level going. Roger, Roger?
Roger that. Yeah, I'm on, I got power output, PO, power output now.
Alrighty, and is that enough meter movement to be able to, are you getting a full scale on your power output meter?
Are you getting a full scale on your power output meter?
Yeah, right now I'm talking, my microphone is about 3 to 4 inches away. The power output is bouncing up to about 100. It's 10, 20, 50, 100, and it's bouncing about up to 100.
Yes, sir, Reggie. Well, that's what you want, sir. And so be looking at that meter as you're talking. And so if you were to go to something like this, you would see that you need to get that level up to about right there. You know what I mean? So that meter gives you a reference point to try to keep it at, Roger?
So that meter gives you a reference point to try to keep it at, Roger?
Roger that, yeah. Sometimes I'm a little hard of hearing, and they tell me I tend to talk loud. So, and sometimes I tend to eat the microphone, and sometimes not, so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what you want to do is try to be as uniform as you can about the way you use your microphone. The proximity to microphone is very important to maintain, because if you get closer to it, there's two things that happen. Not only does your level come up, but your low frequencies come up, and that, you know, those two together sometimes can make things blurry. So ideally, you want to work that microphone at the distance that you were last. Roger?
You want to work that microphone at the distance that you were last. Roger?
Roger that, yeah. I'm at probably about 3 to 4 inches away.
Yes, sir, and you're looking good on the meter, so you're running about 3 dB dynamic range. So I would say get the duct tape out and taper down. Just remember your proximity to microphone. Keep it to just where you were, Roger?
Remember your proximity to microphone. Keep it to just where you were, Roger?
Okay, Jim. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. This is about the third radio that you've helped me with. And I'll tell you, with your audio setup, I do a lot of contests, and if I don't bust a pile up in about 2 or 3 times, I feel like something's wrong. But I can with your audio setup, I can really bust through some pretty serious pile-ups.
Roger. Now, you could be louder. I mean, you could go past 3 dB. You could go to 2 dB, 1 dB. You could go to half a dB. But the problem is that your words start to blur. When you pass 3 dB dynamic range, your words start to blur, and you actually are like shooting yourself in the foot as far as somebody being able to understand what you're saying. Roger, you're just perfect now, Roger.
Somebody being able to understand what you're saying, Roger. You're just perfect now, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Well, okay, Jim, I appreciate it, and I hope you don't mind. I run a net, and I borrowed your saying, turning into a pumpkin. I hope you don't mind that I borrowed that from you.
Now, I've got a new one now, so you can have that one. 73, Reggie, and we'll catch you later. You have a great afternoon. Beautiful weekend again if you want to hear your audio. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by the word logbook, we'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in the series of 2300 Qso-Vlog air check recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Qso-Vlog air check recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Roger, Roger, Jim. Appreciate it. Thank you much. You take care. And 73 from Kilo November 4, Alpha Delta Mike, 73.
Roger, Roger, Reggie, 73, sir. And I see by the clock on the wall there's a dead fly. Ooh, so we got to get out of here. We've enjoyed it, and hopefully you have. And if you participated, want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube, do that call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. We'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in the series of 2300 Qso-Vlog air check recordings, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So right now, this is KC9VKV returning the frequency back to normal amateur radio use. KC9VKV clear.